After hours of trial and error, and I'm pretty sure we're the first channel on YouTube to actually get the Google-related MCP to work, we found the only solution. OpenAI just dropped a brand new tool that has the entire automation community asking for one question. Is this the end of N8N? They're calling it AgentKit, a new no-code platform designed to make building complex AI workflows a breeze. On the surface, it looks sleek, powerful, ready to take the crown from automation kings like N8N, but is the hype real? Can it actually replace the tools that we truly know and love? Well, there is only one way to find out. Today we're putting AgentKit through the ultimate test. If you saw my previous video on building a fully automated personal assistant using N8N, and if you haven't, I highly recommend checking it out. You'll know exactly what I'm trying to build here. I checked my Google Calendar for today's events, fetched the latest news of my interest from an RSS feed, and finally compiled everything into a personalized summary and emailed it to me. We were going to recreate that exact same workflow in AgentKit to see how it truly stacks up. The results could be surprising. Let's dive right in. Firstly, we'll do a hands-on walkthrough on the platform's interface and its unique nodes. And then we'll try to recreate a personal assistant workflow that I built using N8N to directly compare their capabilities. And along the way, we'll highlight the good and the bad on AgentKits. Let's go. You can find AgentKit in your OpenAI platform dashboard right under a new tab called Agent Builder. Clicking in, the interface looks clean and honestly very similar to N8N or even Google's new tool Opal, which we also introduced. You have a canvas where you can drag and drop nodes from a sidebar on the left. But right away, you notice the first major difference. The list of available nodes is tiny. It's incredibly limited compared to the massive library N8N offers. However, AgentKit comes with two powerful built-in features that N8N doesn't directly support, which is guardrails and RAG. The guardrails node is designed to automatically filter out inappropriate or harmful content from user inputs. It's a simple pass or fail check, which is incredibly useful if you're a developer and you're building a public-facing AI product and you need a safety layer. It's probably not for general public. And RAG, it's particularly useful when you need an AI to provide an accurate context-aware responses by combining a language model with external knowledge sources. The other nodes are pretty simple to me. You've got some basic nodes like if-else, loops, and user approvals. I can tell it gives you probably just enough to build a simple workflow. So with that in mind, I set out to rebuild my personal assistant. Sounds simple, right? Well, this is where all problems begin. Right off the bat, I hit a wall. AgentKit has no RSS reader. In fact, it doesn't even have a basic HTTP request node. This means there's absolutely no way to fetch news from an RSS feed or, for that matter, most external websites. So my plan to do a direct apple-to-apple comparison was already falling apart. But I thought, okay, let's try to work around it. The agent node has a built-in web search tool, so maybe I can just ask it to find the news for me anyway. And next up, Google Calendar. This is where things went from difficult to just plain bizarre. AgentKit offers a Google Calendar integration through what it calls MCP or Model Control Protocol node. I was excited to try this, but I immediately ran into a huge design flaw. The Google Calendar MCP requires several specific inputs to function, like a query and time min, but none of the available inputs nodes in AgentKit can actually provide this data. The start node here only gives you a single text field. There's a complete disconnect. The tool is there, but you have no way to connect it or pass data to it in the workflow. This is a fundamental design difference to N8N, where every node there is built to seamlessly pass structured data to the next. And here, it just doesn't work this way. After hours of trial and error, and I'm pretty sure we're the first channel on YouTube to actually get the Google-related MCP to work, we found the only solution, which is to add the Google Calendar tool inside the agent node itself and write instructions telling the AI how to use it. To do this, you have to venture into the Google Developers Playground, manually select the calendar API scopes, authorize them, and generate a temporary access token to paste back into AgentKit. It's different from N8N's credential authorization, which is reusable from flow to flow. It's just a one-time effort there. And the token here seems to expire in a short period, but it's the only way to get it work for now. And here's the kicker. The platform is shockingly unstable. One moment it worked perfectly, and right now, running the exact same workflow, it fails with a vague, unhelpful error message. I don't really know how to debug it. It's just a transient error that randomly breaks and sometimes doesn't. If you try the exact same thing again, like now, it works. So, very confusing. And after all these hassle, I finally got these events shown, at least accurately, from my Google Calendar. And then I moved on to the next step, which is thinking, how should I send these along with the daily summary via email? And guess what? While AgentKit has a Gmail MCP, it only supports reading email at this point, meaning you cannot send an email. So let's not sending an email. How about news fetching? As I said, I couldn't get news from RSS, but I did manage to build a simple news fetching agent using the web search capability. I instructed it to find the top 10 AI-related news, as I did in my N8N workflow, and format the output as a structured JSON object with the title, content, and URL. So this time it did serve the need, but with the power of large language model. So after all that, is AgentKit the N8N killer that everyone was worried about? The answer is a solid no to me, at least at this point. Not even close. So here's a quick breakdown comparing it to N8N and Google Opal. I have to say, AgentKit is just too raw and immature at this stage. If you need to automate a simple task, Google Opal fits in as a promising tool for non-technical users. If you're really technical and you need to build anything serious or complex, N8N remains the champion. It's stable, versatile, and much more straightforward to use. OpenAI has amazing AI models, undoubtedly, but it comes to me that they still have a long way to go in terms of building a truly usable workflow platform. Thanks for watching. If you found this review to be helpful, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell button so that you don't miss the next video. Please comment if you agree or disagree with our opinion, and I'll see you in the next one.